Conversation Podcast. I am your host, Dakota Grady, sponsored by Upstate Essential Solutions. If you need help with accounting and taxes, contact me today at dakotagrady.com. And also, if you need help with personal finances, struggling, living check to check, the website again is dakotagrady.com. Hey y'all, it's Friday. It's the weekend, baby. That's right, y'all. Today I'm talking about the biggest mistakes I've ever made with money. That's right, y'all. I am a money coach. I've been doing it since 2010, so I've been doing it for a while. I also do accounting and taxes for people, so I've been in business for over 4 years now. 4 years as of April this year. Being solopreneur, say. So I've made mistakes with money. I'm not perfect. I'm just like you, but I wanted to let y'all know that just because you have an expertise in something doesn't mean that you're perfect in that particular area. And I'm not perfect when it comes to personal finances. I'm good, but I'm not like perfect. So I want you to know, yes, I have experience. Yes, I do a budget every month. Yes, I've been married for 16 years. Yes, or if I paid off, or if not paid off a lot of debt. But I've also made mistakes along the way. So I want to share those with you, let you in on some things about me that I haven't shared before. Maybe I have, but just been a while. So I have 2 mistakes I've made with money that I want to highlight for y'all. The first one is, I did something recently, and this is a business thing. So I went in debt, y'all. Yeah, I said that. And y'all know I hate debt. Like, debt is like, it's so draining. So I went into debt recently. This was last year or something that I did for my business. And normally I pay cash for like everything I pay cash for, because debt is a thief. We'll talk about it later on, but in a different episode. But I don't like debt. But we in America, we're so marketed to use debt to build credit, not realizing that, hey, debt is hurting me. Debt's hurting my finances, hurting my soul, because I know at night when I go to sleep, it's not a good thing. But anyway, so I went into debt for this thing for my business. It was a personal development, a professional development thing. And I'm like, man, I did that. And it was like, I felt so bad, because having a debt payment. All right, let me back up. I've never had a car payment in my life. That's the second thing I'll tell you about, but I never had a car payment in my life. So having that payment come out of my account every month, I was like, oh my goodness, I was so upset, because I'm like, just the amount of money coming out of my account every month, I was like, oh my goodness. And people are fine with this. And they're fine with having money come out of the account in large sums for the car, a mortgage, a boat, some braces, whatever people have leveraged. They have used someone else's money, OPM, to get whatever they want to get, because they don't have the money to do it. 1 or 2, they can't wait. They have the money, but they can't wait to get it. For me, which one was I? Well, the money, at the time I already had the money. So I went in debt. And it was like so stupid of me to do that, because that's not my character, because I've been doing this for so many years, just paying cash for like everything. I'm like, I was that's on my character. I will borrow money for one thing, that's a house, and that's it. Right now, we're in the process of trying to get to that point, but that's only that I would recommend getting, because you buy something that's going to appreciate in value. This program I bought, I used it, but I didn't get the results that I wanted. Not saying it was the program, it was me. But I spent the money on it, and I didn't get the results. The ROI, return on my investment, was zilch. And I'm like, man, I paid this money for this program, and I'm so upset, and I went in debt for it. Oh, it's so stupid. Not that I'm stupid, but the decision I made was stupid. It was dumb of me to step out of my character, to go into debt for something that could have benefited me, but to this point, to this day, it hasn't benefited me. It hasn't brought me a return that was beneficial for my family or my business. But I did it. And the pain point of the lesson is I spent money on something that I thought would benefit me, my business, make it grow, to create an asset to monetize, because I'm a business guy. I made business, I made money to help people by adding value, right? And it didn't work. At least not yet. But I went in debt for it. I'm like, man, this sucks. All right. So first point, again, my stupid mistake about borrowing money for a program to help me in my business. I paid it off, but still, the whole point is, it almost, man, it killed me. Not literally, but I just hated paying payments. I'm like, man, let's get it done. Like, rip off the Band-Aid right now. So that's the first thing I did. Second thing I did, it was a dumb money move as a money coach. That's right, money coach. That's right, DG, money coach. That's right. I'm not perfect. Never said I was. I haven't arrived yet until I die. But until then, I'm going to be imperfect, making mistakes like this right here. All right, so about 2 months ago, we bought a van. I've never had a car payment, so I've always bought used cars, used vehicles. This was the first vehicle I bought that was a van, right? I never bought a van before. I've always bought cars, but my wife and I have 2 daughters, and they're growing, so we wanted to have something that was something that was spacious for our family, right? Well, my brother and I, we test drove the vehicle, and it was raggedy. In terms of like the suspension on the van was really, really bad, right? It was raggedy, tore up. But we bought it anyway because when we test drove it, my brother was like, well, it held up good. It didn't smoke. It changed out. Transmission was good. Engine was up pretty good. So we bought it. And then it had issues, right? I spent $4,000. Now, this is cash money now, roughly, including taxes and all that other stuff in the van. I spent $4,000 in cash because I pay cash for cars. And something was draining the battery, so I had to have the car boosted. I jumped at least twice, right? Even when I first bought it, I had to have it. I had to use my car, my Honda, to jump the van. Then my mother-in-law jumped me one time too, so twice at least. Then one day I was coming home from church. My wife and I were on Sunday. My family were, and I was driving. And when I got home, I was close to home. I saw the temperature here, the gauge on the actual van, and it was up on H. That means hot. So it was really hot. And I didn't even realize that. Well, we had to have a hose replaced on it because it was leaking and a freeze. I'm like, man. So called my mechanic, checked it out. He placed that particular hose. Cool, good to go. So I was going to get my wife from work one day. And when I was driving, I was leaving and I pressed the accelerator to go, and it wouldn't go. It was going on its own, but it wasn't moving when I pressed the gas to make it accelerate. So I backed up. Eventually, it pulled by itself to get to the part back where I was going back home. And I called a mechanic. This was a different mechanic. He said, the things you're explaining to me, it's going to probably cost you more money to fix those things than it would be for the value of the van. I said, man, I didn't drop $4,000 that is, on this van. It was used, of course, but still, most times when I buy used vehicles, I've had this much trouble in buying vehicles as I had within the last 2 months, right? Because 2 or 3 months, it's been terrible with my vehicles situation. But anyway, normally I pay cash, and I did it. The last car I bought that was really good deal was in 2019. I bought a 2005 Honda Civic when I lived in Tennessee, right? That car lasted me almost 5 years until this year. Transmission started going out on it, so we bought the van. I was going to fix the van, going to fix the car, took the car to the mechanic, right, to have it replaced or repaired, the transmission. How about somebody stole my car from the repair shop? I'll say it again. Somebody stole my car from the repair shop. Now I was heated. I was upset. I was really angry, right? Eventually, they found the vehicle. It was trashed. When I cranked up the car, it was smoking. I said, oh, it's damaged. Because I only needed to replace, at the time that I'm aware of, was the transmission. When I got the car back from it being stolen, I'm sure I need to replace the engine and transmission because it was smoking right away. So I sold the car for a low price, and I sold the van for a low price. So I spent $4,000 for this van, and I sold it less than like about 1%. It was like I was so upset. What I'm telling y'all is I make mistakes with money too. Even though I did my homework on the van, it was still a bad deal. I should have waited more. I should have waited longer to get more money to save up for something better than that particular van. But I need a vehicle. I want to be responsible for my family, do the right thing. I did the right thing. I thought I did the right thing, and it was a bad buy. So I want to tell y'all, yes, I'm a money coach. I've been doing this since 2010. Yes, I paid off debt. Yes, we do a budget every month. We handle our money pretty good. My wife and I do. In fact, we had our money good because we still been married for 16 years, and money was one reason why people get divorces. So we're still together. We work together on our finances, but still, through all that, the good things, I still have a blemish of making bad mistakes with money. So again, that's me. What I've done. Let y'all know I'm good. I'm not perfect with money, but that doesn't mean I can't help people with money. See, I can help you to pay off your debt. Yes, I said pay off your debt. I can help you budget your finances, measure money with your money plan every month, because in order to move forward in finances, you must do a money plan every month. It's easy to do once you start doing it, have the reps, and you do it every single month. You'll start learning how to manage your finances, and it'll be second nature to you. And we're also saving for rainy days. Whenever we bought those cars, we used our rainy day fund to get the cars. So we never went in debt for cars. Never. Since I've been married, never went in debt. Before I got married, I never had car payment. So I've always bought cars with cash. That's what I do. This time, it was a bad deal. I still bought the car with cash, the van with cash. But still, it's a learning experience. Just be more diligent in terms of buying used cars, and just go and do my homework more, take my time, save up more money if I don't like the car or the vehicle, save up more money to get what I really want. And we also have investments too. So again, I may not be perfect, but in my imperfection, I can teach someone how to handle money the right way, God's way to handle money, so that you can prosper your finances. So I hope this is helpful to you, to let you know that I am human, just like you are. I can still help people with finances. And even though I have weakness in this area sometimes, those mistakes I've made, I can teach someone what I've learned from those mistakes, just like I just taught you. That's right, I taught you how to manage your finances by learning from my mistakes. And I hope you learned something today. Learn about me being vulnerable and transparent, because I don't really talk about this, about my vulnerabilities, my insecurities, but I'm human. I'm just like you. Yes, I have good experience with handling money, but I'm not perfect with this. So this is the Coins, Cashflow, and Conversations podcast, the biggest money mistakes I've ever made episode here on a Friday. Hope y'all enjoy your weekend, and subscribe, like, comment, invite your friends to the podcast. I'm going to do this for 90 days, Monday through Friday at 1 o'clock, so I can add value to you and your community. Thank you all for listening on the podcast, whether you're in Germany, Africa, Ireland. Thank y'all for tuning in to the podcast on Spotify, Apple. Thank y'all for joining, and subscribe to the podcast channel, Coins, Cashflow, the Conversations podcast channel on YouTube. Website is dakotagrady.com for resources about money and business. That's right. And if you need help with accounting and taxes or personal finances, Dakota Grady is the website. And my book is available on the website as well. And my journal behind me, email me at dakotagrady.com. And one last thing, if you need help with your taxes and you also want some strategies to help you save money in your business, go to dakotagrady.com, click on the tax solutions page, and there's a drop down for you, a free resource about strategies how to save money in your business. Thank y'all for joining me for the Coins, Cashflow, and Conversations podcast.